Welcome back to our DNC in Milwaukee special. You're getting a live look right now at the Wisconsin Center. This is really the nerve center or the control room of the Democratic National Convention. A live stream will also be happening through there of the convention. Republicans will hold their convention next week. That will be happening in North Carolina with many speeches, including the president coming from Washington, D.C. Officials, though, have not released a full schedule just yet, Joyce.
Adrian, President Trump and Vice President Mike Pence are making a point of visiting Wisconsin at the same time as the DNC. The president visited Oshkosh this afternoon, and 12 News' Matt Smith is there live. Matt, this is definitely part of a strategic plan.
Yeah, Joyce, and the campaign isn't shy about it. They're really looking to capitalize on it this week. So typically during a convention week, the opposite party lays low just a little bit. They then regain the spotlight the following week. Not this year. Nothing is typical or conventional. The president this afternoon here in Oshkosh talking about the Democrats' virtual convention. Take a listen.
Don't believe the lies you're going to hear on tape. Most is going to be taped. I wonder, is Joe Biden taping his speech too? Because if he is, I think I'll tape mine. How do you watch it taped? They talk about a convention. How do you watch a taped speech? I would imagine Joe is going to do everything he can to tape it. The voters of Wisconsin are very, very spectacular people. We are going to take care of you at every level. We are going to fight for you. We are going to fight for every single aspect that you have going. We are never going to forget you. You didn't forget me in the last election, so I want to thank you very much.
All right, so the Biden campaign did tell me today former Vice President Joe Biden will be giving his speech live on Thursday. The president himself was in Minnesota earlier today. He'll be in Arizona and Pennsylvania later this week, Joyce.
And Matt, what was the crowd like there in Oshkosh when it comes to masks and social distancing?
Yeah, so there were several hundred people inside the hangar, some lined up as early as 10 o'clock to get inside. Everyone was given a temperature check and a mask when they entered. Those masks were not required to wear during the rally. Some people had them on, some people did not. Really not a lot of room to socially distance, but the hangar was open air. The campaign says being outside, of course, is to their benefit at this point.
Republicans surging on Wisconsin during the DNC. Matt Smith live in Oshkosh for us. Thank you. Vice President Mike Pence will be in Wisconsin on Wednesday.
And 12 News' Kent Wainscott joins us once again. Kent, you have a little more insight into his visit.
Yeah, the vice president is going to visit a manufacturing plant in Darien in Walworth County on Wednesday. And I spoke with him and I asked him about the timing of his visit. What message are you hoping to send by planning an in-person campaign visit to Wisconsin during the Democratic convention?
Well, I'm excited to be headed back to Wisconsin next week. Wisconsin played a leading role in electing President Donald Trump in 2016. I think the choice has never been clearer, the stakes have never been higher, and as the Democrats gather for their national convention online, we'll be bringing our message straight to the people of Wisconsin. I'm looking forward to being there.
Yeah, so there you have it from the vice president, making it very clear why they are going to be here in Wisconsin during this DNC week.
And Kent, there are other GOP stops planned as well.
Yeah, in addition to the president and vice president, the president's son, Eric Trump, is scheduled to be in Milwaukee tomorrow for an appearance with the president of the Milwaukee Police Association.
And I plan to cover that event tomorrow, Kent. Thank you.
As you walk around down here right now and you imagine what might have been, it hits you right in the face.
The pulse of the people on what could have been.
Definitely a stark contrast there. Plus, the DNC star-studded lineup. Who's joining Billie Eilish when we come back?